This video is sponsored to you by audible.com. So what's up guys, this is Yusuf here from TECHDROIDS and welcome back to a brand new video on the channel. And I do a lot of PC builds on the channel, and recently I used an APU in my $250 gaming build. And you guys were asking, what are APUs, how good are they? So in this video we're going to take a look at GPU versus APU and which one is better for gaming and which one should you go for, which has like more bang for buck performance. If you don't have the price for the new 1080, then keep watching this video till the end. Now first, as a basic knowledge, let's take a look at the difference between the CPU and the GPU in your computer. The two main components, the basic components. So what are they and what's the difference between them and what do they do and how do they work? So central processing unit is the full form, or what CPU stands for. And basically I don't want to teach you all the advanced stuff and confuse you and bore you all day. Just make a note, it takes care of processing. Everything that processes in your PC is done by the CPU. And the GPU stands for graphics processing unit. It takes care of all the visuals and videos in your PC or your computer. Now, a APU, put up in a general sentence in one simple sentence, is a CPU, central processing unit, plus a GPU, the graphics processing unit, is equal to an accelerated processing unit, or a APU. For example, let's take a look at the AMD 7860K. It's a really good APU which I used in my recent build. It has 4 CPU cores, 8 GPU cores, 4 CPU cores clocked at 3.6 GHz, 8 GPU cores. It has the Radeon R7 graphics at 757 MHz, and it cost $109. This is a really good APU which has a really good GPU that can do really well in your gaming as well. But if you were to take an Intel Core i7 and use the integrated Intel HD graphics, now this is a difference between the Intel HD graphics and APU, because you guys will go crazy in the comments. What is the difference between Intel HD graphics and the APU graphics? Intel HD graphics, they are not good enough for high-end gaming. They'll do basic gaming like, playing games at low settings and CSGO, Minecraft, League of Legends, World of Warcraft and stuff, but they would not do well in most of the high-end stuff. Whereas the APU is really good, it has a really good GPU and will do really good in most of the games. So the Intel HD graphics, put up in one sentence, is really good, but it's improving day by day. It does really good in video editing stuff, but they're not good enough for high-end gaming. So just keep that in mind. So now let's take a look at the Intel Core i7 coupled with a let's get a good GPU in here. Okay, the newest, latest and greatest from NVIDIA, the GTX 1080. So if you use Intel Core i7 and the GTX 1080 in your system, in your next build, you're gonna get amazing quality gaming performance, some high-end gaming. But that package costs you about $2,000 to $3,000 with everything included. Now, APU, at the same cost, you put in a GPU or not, that's why the plus or minus, you put in a GPU or not, you're gonna get amazing performance. Now I want to put in this sentence like this: APUs are not the greatest, they are not going to be compared with GPUs anytime soon, but they can do really good for bang for the buck performance. Now in this video I am no way comparing the Intel Core i7 and the A10 7860K. I'm no way sponsoring, and this video is not sponsored by AMD, it's sponsored by audible.com, and there is no comparison between Intel Core i7 and hell no. There's nothing you can do about the Intel Core i7 and the A10 7860K. But the graphics side of things in the A10 7860K is better than the Intel Core i7. Now you might think, okay, that's only one APU in the market you're testing. There are a ton of APUs available. Some are really cheap, like the A10 7860K, which costs $109, even cheaper than that, and some are not cheap. So what is the final verdict at the end of the day? Like, ultimately, you're gonna be spending money on anything you buy, the GPU or the APU. And unfortunately, sorry to say, when it comes to GPU versus APU, the APU is a small form factor. It performs really well in that size, but the GPU cannot be beaten by APU just yet. You cannot beat a dedicated GPU. Like, you can get better performance, you can beat some GPUs with an high-end APU, but a GPU is hands down better. But if you are that shack-licking dude who doesn't have money in his pocket and just wants something to game on and can adjust on low settings and can play at 30 FPS, then your thing to go APU is your god. APU is the thing you want to go for, because if you want a game on a budget, accelerated processing unit is really good. You can get it for under 200 bucks, or the highest end APUs cost about 200 bucks, and you can get really good performance out of them, like beat a 750 Ti or something like that, and the APU will do really well on a budget. But keep in mind that these APUs have come like a few years ago now. Like, only AMD makes them, and they will get better day by day in the future. And in the future, maybe after a few years, you would see a APU that can perform really well. But if you're that really good dude with a lot of money in his pocket and you just want to throw away your money, again, I don't want to criticize GPUs. They have their own performance, but if you're not going to be using them at the end of the day, if you're not going to be using a 750 Ti, you're just going to be playing Minecraft, then that's not the thing. If you just want to waste money on something that you're not going to be using, if you require a GPU, go for it. But I would always suggest, if you're going to be doing normal gaming, then just go opt for an APU. And if you have a lot of money in your pocket that you really want to waste and you just want to give it away, then go for a GPU. But I'd suggest give it away to a guy who's needing it, and go invest in an APU. And I hope that AMD releases some really good APUs in the future that can compete with the GPUs in the market of that time. So that's about it for the GPU and APU comparison. I hope you enjoyed it, guys. And one quick tip, guys, really. Okay, so the GPU is the thing if you want to have a lot of money in your pocket. Now, one quick tip if you're going to be using a APU in your next build. A APU will perform really good if you use dual channel memory with it. Now, 2 RAM sticks. Now, let me clear that thing in a really fun way for you guys. Dual channel RAM will get you really good performance instead of just going for single DIMM. It doesn't matter how much memory, go up to like I'd say minimum is 8 to get like good performance, great performance. And if you can even go for 16 or 32. Now, a single guy of 50 kilograms is allotted to do a piece of work, and he moves around and he has to pass around papers and stuff. So if he is one, he can take a lot of time. But if there are 2 guys each weighing 25 grams, they can move around a bit faster and they can distribute the papers faster, and the work is ultimately done faster. So dual channel RAM will get you better and faster performance for the budget. And there are some really good dual channel kits in the market available. You can go for 16 or 8, doesn't matter what is your use case scenario. That's about it for this video, guys. And I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you did, then give this video a massive thumbs up. Just smash that like button. Let's hit for 20 likes, and subscribe to the channel, guys, if you enjoyed. And I'll see you guys later in the next video. And before we end this video, I'd got to give Audible.com a huge shout out for making today's video possible. Audible.com is an Amazon company, and it's one of the leading audiobooks provider in the world, and they have up to 180,000 audiobooks. And as you are a viewer of mine, you can opt for a 30-day free trial, get 2 audiobooks free of cost, and you get 30% off on your next membership. So link in the description, or go to audible.com/TECHDROIDS, or just follow the link in the description. And that's audible.com. Thanks for sponsoring today's video.